Valens Research, Uniform Financial Analytics.
Nike is really interesting because Nike has worked much like its competitors have. Not its competitors, its customers do, right? Nike's customers, obviously people who play sports. Not just that, but if we can basically paint a broad brushstroke. People who compete, competitors, do better, compete better when they have somebody to compete against. And when they don't, you basically see them lag, right? Because they don't have something to push them quite as hard. And we can see that with Nike too in a really interesting way that we wouldn't see on an as-reported basis. On an as-reported basis, Nike's ROA has basically been flat at 12 to 13% for the last 8 years. But when we look at the uniform accounting data for Nike, we see something totally different. During the period where Under Armour was starting to really come out and come after Nike from 2011 to 2015, Nike stepped its game up. Nike saw returns actually not be flat, but expand from 20% to 28%. That's a pretty impressive expansion in profitability, especially for a company as massive as Nike is. But then, as Under Armour has started to see chinks in its armor, apologies, didn't mean for the pun, but it came out. What we're seeing here is that as Under Armour has taken a step back and not threatened Nike like we thought that it would, well, Nike has started to rest on its laurels again. Returns have fallen from 28% to 24%. They've taken a step back. That's important and significant because when you look at this company, you're not seeing a stable business that has reasonably good profitability. You're seeing a company that now that they don't really have a competitor out in the market that's really threatening them, they're starting to see returns decline at the same time that investors are pricing them like they're going to have Under Armour style competition that's going to keep on pushing them for the next 5 years. I mean, think about this. This is a company that's seen returns fall by 400 basis points the last couple of years. The market is saying this company is going to see returns expand by 1,600 basis points, expand from 23% up to 39% in the next 5 years. By the way, Nike has never expanded returns that fast. And the market's not just saying that they're going to shrink to be able to improve profitability. The market expects them to actually invest in growth too, be a high growth, high return business. When you understand that they haven't been that competitive and pushed themselves that hard the last couple of years, that changes how you think about their ability to really deliver on those expectations. It's not a flat ROA, high growth business, which warrants a high PE, because the fact that you're growing earnings and you have high returns in those earnings, it is a great return but declining return business that can't drive earnings as fast as the market expects.
Valens Research, the world's leading source for uniform financial analytics.